My name is Elizabeth, and I am an FLC News Crew reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
I'm Michael Winnick. I'm just a basic fireman in the fire department.
What did you have to do in order to prepare yourself to become a firefighter?
There's many things I had to do to prepare myself to become a fireman. I have to be in shape mentally and physically. And, I had to train a lot and read, and something I don't like to do, but it's what I had to do.
Why did you want to be a firefighter?
I want to be a firefighter because my father was one and my grandfather, so technically that'd make me a third generation firefighter.
How hard was the training? What was the hardest thing you had to do?
The training is very intense. There's a lot of hotness and stress and everything, but the hardest thing I had to do was sit down and read a book. A lot of books.
Thank you for answering. Your name and position?
My name is Jillian Cox. I am a captain in the Rockport Volunteer Fire Department. I'm the Public Information Officer, and I'm also serving as the treasurer currently.
What is the most important trait a firefighter must possess?
Here in Aransas County, the most important trait that a firefighter must possess is the ability to give their time, so to be a volunteer. And by that, they sometimes are away from their families, and sometimes they miss work, and they definitely miss fun time where maybe they would be home watching movies, but they are able to come here and serve their community. So a servant's heart.
What is the most fun thing you have gotten to do as a firefighter?
The most fun thing I've gotten to do is to help other people. We get to go to people's worst days, car accidents, house fires, and we get to make their day a little bit better.
That is cool. Would you rather be healthy or rich?
Healthy, because we oftentimes get to see people on their worst days and when they're injured, and my choice would always be to be healthy.
What advice would you give to kids who want to be a firefighter when they grow up?
Just keep doing good in school and keep that servant's heart. And as soon as you turn 16 or 17 years old, you can join your local fire department as a junior, and you can come and we have you start doing fun things like rolling hose and washing trucks and cleaning bunker gear. And then pretty soon, before you know it, you've got your own set of bunker gear, and then you learn how to drive the trucks. And Michael started when he was 16, 17. I started when I was 14. So you can, depending on what area you live in, just keep joining and helping your local volunteer fire department. And then as you get older, the fire department will help pay for your training and some of your college, and they may even put you through school, and you can go on and have a firefighter career where it pays the bills.
That is cool. Thank you so much for interviewing with us.
Thank you for having us.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla McCall, and I'm an FLC News Crew reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
I'm Detective Rachel Marshman, and I'm a detective here with the police department.
What did you do in order to prepare yourself to become a police officer?
I went to a 6-month academy and graduated and got hired on here with Rockport Police Department.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Keely Wilson, and I'm an FLC News Crew reporter. What is your name and position?
My name is Officer Stephanie Garcia, and I'm the warrant officer and the municipal court bailiff.
What did you have to do in order to prepare yourself to become a police officer?
I worked out a lot to get in very good shape, and I also had to study Texas laws for traffic stuff and criminal things, which means you broke the law and you did something wrong.
How hard was the training? What was the hardest thing you had to do?
The training was kind of hard because I also had to work my job full-time at the same time. The hardest thing that we had to do was probably our shooting, because we had to be able to be a good shooter with multiple types of guns.
Thank you for interviewing with us.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Carter Bone, and I'm an FLC News Crew reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
My name is Officer Juan Canales. I'm a patrol officer here. Been here for 2.5 years.
So what is the most important trait a police officer must process?
I would say just to be prepared to expect the unexpected. We sometimes come to work and we see calls on the board. We know what to expect, and there's other times they'll get thrown at you and you don't know what to expect when you're going to your call.
And what is the most fun thing you have ever gotten to do at Rockport Police Officer?
Probably when somebody starts resisting, fighting with them, it's kind of fun to me.
Thank you so much for interviewing us, Matt.
Oh, you're
Good
welcome.
afternoon. My name is Elizabeth Rollins, and I'm an FLC News Crew reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
My name is Colton Garrett. I'm a patrol officer here for the Rockport Police Department.
Would you rather be healthy or rich?
Healthy, by far, because the healthier you are, the longer you live.
What advice would you give to kids who want to be a police officer when they grow up?
Just study hard in school. That's going to be the main thing you need to do. Once you go into training to become a police officer, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of studying, a lot more studying than you may think. And so as long as you just do your best in school and you try to get the best grades you can, they'll prepare you for once you get out and you can come and join us.
Thanks so much for interviewing with us. Good afternoon.
Thank you, guys.
My name is Isabella Flores, and I am an FLC News Crew reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
Sure. My name is Larry Sinclair, and I'm the Patrol Division Commander for the Rockport Police Department.
Why did you want to become an officer?
Wow, that's a good question. To be honest with you, I've always enjoyed being able to help people. And so this career offered me that opportunity to continue to help people.
What did you have to do in order to prepare yourself to become a police officer?
Well, there's a whole lot of things that you have to do. Number one is you've got to finish school. You're going to go through your elementary and junior high and high school and do well in school. And then I went to college for a little while, and then I went to the police academy. And after graduating from the academy, I applied for the job here with the Rockport Police Department. And with the schooling that I had and my college that I had and then the training I had, they gave me the job.
Thank you so much for interviewing with
Thank you.
us. Good afternoon. My name is Keely Wilson, and I'm an FLC News Crew reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
Ricky McLuster, I'm the fire chief, Fulton Fire Department.
Why did you want to be a firefighter?
Well, as a kid, my dad is a police officer and also a firefighter. And just growing up around the fire trucks and seeing what happens day to day and helping other people, that was my drive to be a firefighter.
What did you have to do in order to prepare yourself to become a firefighter?
So at the age of 14, my dad signed a paper allowing me to join the fire department, and I was known as a junior member and could basically do the training at the station. I couldn't participate in training elsewhere, but once I turned 18, all of my hours I had accrued at the station would go towards my firefighter certificate. And once I turned 18, I was able to attend the live fire trainings and other trainings to get my certificate.
How hard was the training? What was the hardest thing you had to do?
The hardest thing I would say having to do would be the actual live fire training within confined spaces of, imagine the most crazy maze you've ever thought of that's completely blacked out. You have a blackout mask over your face and you're in all this gear and you're having to crawl through a maze, not able to see, and go find somebody and pull them out. That was probably the hardest thing.
What is the most important trait to become a firefighter?
So, most important trait to become a firefighter, I would have to say you have to have the drive to want to better your community, to help other people, because as a firefighter, when you go help somebody, you're their bright spot on their worst day. So you have to have calm and chaos and have to be able to think clearly in the midst of a chaotic situation.
Thank you so much for interviewing with us.
No problem, thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm an FLC News Crew reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
My name is Jackie Mydine. I'm the Assistant Chief for the Fulton Fire Department.
Why did you want to be a firefighter?
Back when I started the department, there wasn't a whole lot to do as a kid. The station was around the block from the house, and I saw those guys helping people out, and I thought, this is probably something I want to get into, and I got into it. That was back in 1976. So.
What was the most fun thing you have gotten to do as a firefighter?
We've gotten to do a lot of things, but basically with us, it's getting together as a group. We always get together in fires, and that's always stressful. But it's when we get together with the families and get together not in a fire scene, something that's more enjoyable, more relaxing. And it's just, getting together, talking with the guys and the families.
Would you rather be healthy or rich?
Oh, healthy for sure.
What advice would you give to kids who want to be a firefighter when they grow up?
Okay, we're actually trying to work in the schools now to get some of the high schoolers into the department. There's no greater reward. You feel really good when you get into some of these fires and you save a house, or you help save a life, or you do something. That's really a high. But when you get into this, you just have to understand that there's a lot of work that goes into this. You know, there's a lot of work and a lot of training and things like this that we have to do on a weekly basis, monthly basis. So, you know, we encourage the kids to get in, and we do have some kids in. Right now we have 3 high schoolers in that are doing an excellent job. So
Thanks so much for interviewing with us.
all right.
Good afternoon. My name is Kaylee McCall, and I'm an FLC News reporter. Can you tell us your name and position?
I am Stephanie Newsom. I am the district chief for Allegiance Mobile Health.
Did you want to be in EMS?
My father was a paramedic when I was little, and I grew up wanting to know what my dad did when he went to work. And when I got into high school, I started first responding as just a junior member, and worked my way up to where I'm at.
Can you tell us exactly what an EMS does?
So we take care of patients, whether it be from like a car accident or someone having difficulty breathing, chest pain. We go to their houses or wherever we're called to, load them up onto our stretcher and into our ambulance, and we can work as a ER, except for x-rays and labs, do everything in the back of the ambulance all the way to the hospital to start the treatment.
What did you have to do in order to prepare yourself to be an EMS?
You have to be willing to handle blood and guts, and sometimes people can't handle that. You have to be able to handle vomit, and then you would take your classes, and some of them are anywhere from 3 months to 9 months long, depending on what school you go to and how far you want to go.
What is the most important trait an EMS must possess?
Confidence. You have to be confident in everything you do, everything you learn. That way your patients trust you to take care of them.
If you had $1 million, what would you do with it?
I would actually put it into a scholarship fund for children or teenagers that wanted to learn or go into the medical field.
What makes you feel young?
Seeing the younger crowds, the new EMTs, and actually learning from them, because it's changed over the years of training, learning from them on the new high-tech stuff.
Thank you for interviewing with us.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you guys took some time to come out and visit with us and give us an opportunity to talk to you for a little bit. So I heard some of the questions that you guys were asking. Can I real quick give you my thoughts on it? The big key things that I thought were good towards becoming a police officer, but really whatever career you might be thinking about or whatever you think you'd want to be when you grow up, is to read. Everything in life, if you read and read a lot right now, the more that you read, the easier everything else you're going to do. Even math. Reading makes math easier, right? So every subject that you study later on all the way through high school and even into college or in a police academy or anything else, when I went into the military, I went through the police academy and then later in college, all the reading that I did at y'all's age really helped me, and it was a big deal. That's the best advice that I've got for you. And then choices. All the choices that you make, because everything you do every day is just a series of choices, right? Choices of what you eat, choices that you make, whether it's on the playground or choices to do your homework or not do your homework, choices to say you did or you didn't do your homework, right? So all of the choices that you've got, always think those through and make good choices, right? Because all of us know that whenever we decide or whenever we make a choice, there's good choices and there's bad choices, right? So make good choices and always understand that there are consequences. You understand the word consequences, right? There's things that come from choices, both the good choices and the bad choices. And even though you want to make good choices, sometimes you're going to not make the best choice, right? There's consequences from both of those. So make the choices you make, but be ready for those consequences. The more good choices you make, the better consequences you've had. Bad choices, the worst consequences you had. Does that make sense? Read a lot, make good choices, and do what your parents say. And I know that's not always fun, and a lot of kids don't like that and don't enjoy it. But do what your parents tell you to do. It sets you up for good success later on in life. I didn't always do everything that my dad and my mom wanted me to do, but the more that I did, the better off I've become, and it's what led to good success for me. So that's really all that I've got. I appreciate you guys coming to see us. I really do. And you're always welcome in our building, okay? All right, good.
Choir,
Thank
you
you.
want to stand up?